Hey, Bart Miller here with Cycling Strong. Today I want to talk about something that everybody has questions on. I mean, everybody. So this is something you're going to want to kind of tune into, and I want you to think about a couple things though as we start this video, because it's a hard thing to talk about. There are so many ways to put this together that there is no wrong way. What you've got to do is you've got to do what works for you. And what works for me may not work for you. And that's why the nutrition business and all these things work, because people like us, we go out there, and if you can see here, as I show you things, I am so not brand specific. Like I'm not loyal to any brand until I figure out what really works for me. Once I figured out that it really works for me, oh my gosh, that's all I use, right? And there's a few of those staples now for me that I never change because they just work so well. That being said, what we're going to talk about today is how to do a 20-mile ride, a 40-mile ride, 60-mile ride, kind of up that way. Now, they're going to be separate videos. So if you're interested in going on like an 80-mile bike ride and you're on the 20-mile bike ride, you need to click the link, go to the 80-mile, because that's what's going to help you, okay? So we're going to get started on the smaller rides, and then I'm going to start to work up from there, but check out the other videos. This is the 20-mile bike ride. When I go on a 20-mile ride, now this is going to differentiate if I have a hill in the 20-mile or if I don't have a hill in the 20-mile, okay? Now that's the way you got to think about your rides. What is in that distance? Because if you have a 50-mile ride with 3 major hills in it, well, it's going to take your body a lot more energy than if you're just riding a 50-mile flat ride. So keep that in mind. So if you're riding a 20-mile ride that's got 2 major hills in it, you may want to look at the 40-mile actual bike ride and what I would take. Hope that all made sense. So that being said, let's get started. First thing is I always pack 2 bottles. No matter what kind of ride I'm going on, I'm always packing 2 bottles. The reason being is the weight's not going to kill me unless I'm in a race. If you're actually in a full-on race for a 20-mile bike ride, you'll only need 1 bottle. There's just no doubt. So ditch this bottle, use just 1 bottle, okay? Now, what I always try to keep in mind is to make sure that you're thinking about how much you need to take liquid-wise every hour, okay? So I need a bottle in me every single hour that I'm riding my bike. So that's kind of the way I judge it. I have an alarm set on my computer that fires off at me at 45 minutes. At 45 minutes, I should be a good portion of the way through this bottle, and if I'm not and that alarm goes off, it's time to get it down me. Okay, so depending on how long it takes you to ride that 20-mile bike ride is going to depend on, once again, 1 bottle or 2 bottles, right? Because if it takes you 2 hours, you're going to be downing, now these bottles are bigger than normal, but you'd be downing at least these 2 bottles, right? I mean, you might have some extra in these. So keep that in mind. Now, on that 20-mile bike ride, I always take some sort of hydration product with me. I love Skratch Labs stuff. These guys have been amazing to me, and their product works really well for me. So what I do is put my scoops of Skratch in my 1 bottle, and then depending on how long it is, I would just use that for the 1 20-minute ride, right? So I would take that on a 20-minute ride, and then I would also throw in my back a bar, something like this, something like a Cliff Bar, or what I'm into right now is I pack fruit. So I use these little fruit things. I get them from Cliff Bars. They are amazing for me. So I've been using this. So I would throw 2 of these in this bottle, and I would be off on a 20-mile ride and be just fine. So that's how I would do a 20-mile ride if I were going out today. Some sort of little food in case I needed it, my hydration, and I would be done. Now, when I get back off that 20-minute ride, the first thing I would do is I would take a product called Recoverite. Those of you that know me, this is one of those staples I never ever go without. Like, I've tried other products, I'm not saying that they're bad, I'm always open to them. But Recoverite has always worked the best for me. That's one thing from Hammer Nutrition that I buy and I always use. So get some sort of recovery product in your body after that 20-minute ride so that your body has the chance to recover. And that you need to do within 20 minutes. So that takes care of that for you. So on a 20-minute bike ride, I think you've got the gist of everything. Once again, if you want to learn about the 40, 60, 100, whatever else, this is not the video for you to be watching. Simple 20-minute bike ride. That's all you need to do. Bart Miller Recycling Strong, I hope that helped. Leave comments below. If you're not on the blog, please go look at the blog, follow it. We'd love you to be part of our community. Talk to you soon.